Hey guys, Martin Mentor here, back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about why you should sign your box truck up with gig-based apps like GoShare. All right, so last week I talked about Instacart and how they got this new platform called Big and Bulky, how they partner with some retailers like Office Depot, Staples, Spirit Halloween, and how they have their shoppers receiving batches now from retailers, and they're delivering big, bulkier things. They're not stepping outside of grocery delivery. They're just adding another lane, which is final mile. All right, and I said the reason why you have a lot of retailers leaning towards using gig-based apps now to handle their final mile solutions is because, and this is in all honesty, and further into this video, I'm going to show you a report from a consulting firm, one of the major consulting firms, that further proves that final mile logistics companies are really struggling to meet the demand of e-commerce delivery. E-commerce delivery is so big now, and the demand is just overwhelming for final mile logistics companies. Now, I talk about all the time, I talk about the struggles in the industry right now. Obviously, trucks, right? Labor, right? Those are the two biggest issues. But me being in the industry since 2010, the industry has always had a hard time, figuring it out. But this is the worst that it's ever been. All right, obviously, because without a lack of trucks, with a lack of trucks, and due to that, if no trucks, then it's going to be hard to get new applicants to on board that are entering into the game, or people who have been in the game. If they have a truck and their truck breaks down and they need to go rent a truck for a couple weeks to satisfy that contract, they can't even do that now. So trucks is one issue, and then just lack of applicants, new people entering the game. All right, that's the major issue now. The turnaround or the turnover has always been high, right? So it's even worse now, which is causing these retailers to depend on the apps. And then on top of that, the apps can provide that on-demand turnaround time. On demand means on demand. So not even next day or later on, same day, like literally ordering a pizza on demand. I order a pizza, it comes through, they put it in the oven, and when it comes out the oven, the pizza delivery guy delivers it. Like that type of on demand for products, like going on a website or ordering a flat screen TV, let's say an 85-inch TV, and literally receiving it within an hour. That type of on demand. And why are companies under pressure to push orders out in a timely manner, such as on demand like that? The main reason is Amazon. Amazon really set the bar high when it comes to final mile delivery. So companies and retailers are under pressure to keep up with that, because Amazon has instilled it in consumers' heads that this should be the standard for delivery, right? Which is great. No one likes to wait on anything. Me, I like to get stuff the same day, or next day at the latest. I'm guilty of it myself, and I'm in the industry, and I know sometimes how hard it can be to meet some of these time constraints. But as a consumer, outside of me being in the industry, as a consumer, when I order something, I kind of want it right away. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at this company GoShare, and then what I'm going to do is I want to take a look at this consulting firm's report, which kind of explains and gives statistics on why final mile logistics companies are struggling to meet the delivery man of the booming e-commerce. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's profile this company, GoShare. Basically, this is a gig-based app that provides last mile delivery, middle mile, and moving. All right, so person signs up with their truck, and once the onboarding process, you go through the onboarding process, they'll start dispatching you loads. As you can see here, they got you can sign up a box truck for FTL and LTL loads, and as well as for moving, cargo van, pickup truck, and you can use your personal vehicle. Now, what's interesting about this company is they already have accounts set up, just like Instacart, for final mile delivery with some big retailers like Costco, Tesla, Sherwin-Williams, Cummins, Pepsi, and Bob's Furniture. All right, so you can log in, or you can set up your account as like a typical carrier, or you can set it up as a business. All right, we're interested in business, so let's click that. Now, I already signed up before I started creating this video, so I'm going through the onboarding process now. I'm going to start out with one of my box trucks on this app and see if it's worth it, and then once I go through the process, I'll probably do a video in a few weeks updating you on how the process went for me and if it's worth it or not. All right, well, once you go into the business part of this website, I let you know last mile, middle mile, extra mile on demand. GoShare facilitates last mile and middle mile deliveries, specializing in big and bulky cargo. Our proprietary technology allows us to dispatch drivers in minutes to deliver on demand. Manage all of your deliveries in one place using our API mobile apps and website. GoShare makes it easy to order, track, handle exceptions, communicate, and pay for last mile deliveries. We quickly connect your business to our background check network of over 10,000 carriers. Order a delivery professional with a box truck, cargo van, pickup truck, or sedan to your pickup address in less than 1 hour. You can also schedule in advance. All right, so basically this is on demand. All right, so they're letting you know, and they're letting their retailers know that sign up with them that, hey, we can integrate your website's API. So when people buy things on your website on demand, we can integrate it with our system. And as people order things on your website, it'll send it to our system. And then we can dispatch a driver to go pick that item up based on what the item is. We have resources, and we have drivers on demand with all vehicle sizes and types to go to either the retail store or a micro fulfillment center, pick that item up, and then in turn deliver it on demand. And this is basically how it works. Get an estimate, book a delivery in a minute. They find you a driver. We have thousands of vetted truck, van, and car owners and ready to deliver. And then on demand or schedule, we can dispatch a delivery professional in less than 1 hour. All right, so companies are going to continue to roll with this model. If it's working and the customers are happy, the claims are down, and customers ultimately can get their items same day on demand as quick as possible, I see more retailers going this route. Firm that a lot of big companies use, and this report is called Retail Speaks 7 Imperatives for the Industry. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole report, but I do want to focus on one part of this report for the purpose of this video, and this is part 3. Turbocharge delivery. All right, 90%, this is a greater than sign, so 90% of consumers see 2 to 3 day delivery as the baseline, and 30% expect same day delivery. All right, 75% of the specialty retail supply chain leaders have made 2-day delivery a priority, and 42% are aiming for same-day delivery by 2022. All right, so this is interesting. This lets us know that 30% of people that were talked to in this poll expect same-day delivery. Now, we know why a lot of customers expect same-day delivery, and we know why customers are expecting 2 to 3 day delivery. Amazon really set the bar high when they started this 2-day turnaround and the same-day delivery, and that's a good thing. Most consumers want things now. I mean, I'm in the final mile trucking business, and I know some of the constraints that are put on drivers and logistics companies and contractors and businesses that operate final mile. But on the consumer side, as a consumer, when I order things, I want my things as soon as possible too. So I know how it is on both sides of the equation. But Amazon really set the bar high with final mile delivery as far as the same day, 2-day, next day thing. And when they did that, it forces other retail companies to have to match that standard. All right, they have to match that standard because Amazon set that bar really high. So now companies are they're struggling with the logistics companies to meet that demand, which is pushing them to other alternatives like gig-based apps so that they can hit those on-demand targets. So they're willing to, like retailers, they don't put all their eggs in one basket. They have no loyalty to anybody except their consumer, their customer. All right. So if the gig-based apps are going to get the product to the consumer the fastest, then that's who they're going to roll with. All right. So that report by the consulting firm just further reiterates my theory that consumers expect a quick turnaround. Reason why I'm saying you should sign your box truck up with a gig-based app is because as time continues to go on, I think eventually I think the final mile lane for certain retailers is going to be split between gig-based apps and final mile logistics companies. The final mile logistics companies, they're just going to continue to struggle. E-commerce is going to continue to go up, 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 and up. All right. And unless these logistics companies can figure out a way, which they haven't been able to do, and it seems like it's only getting worse, if they're going to have to figure out a way to meet the rising demand of e-commerce, and not only meet the demand of it, they're going to have to figure out a way on top of that how to meet the demand of being on demand. They can barely get the stuff turned around. If you go look at the reviews for some final mile delivery companies from customers who are buying things from Lowe's and Home Depot and Best Buy, they're horrible. Most final mile delivery company reviews are bad. A lot of it's centered around missed delivery windows or missing the delivery day altogether. Obviously, I know why this happens. Sometimes it's beyond the independent contractor's control. A lot of the times it has to do with the logistics companies just not having the resources to meet the demand of the customers that they're contracted with. Like I say all the time, these logistics companies sell these retailers on the fact that they can handle final mile delivery on a national scale. And the truth of the matter is that final mile delivery on a national scale for a major retailer is just overwhelming for most logistics companies right now. All right. So the reason why you should go sign up with a gig-based company is because that work is going to be there. It's going to be on demand, and it's headed in that direction anyway. So it's best to get in now while it's still early, so you can build your rapport up within these apps, and you can start getting those reviews in because as time goes on, it's going to get saturated. And the people who are going to still get those leads on these gig-based apps are the people who have been in early, who are going to have hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews, and they're going to be, at the top of the list when it comes to gig providers with as far as like reviews and things of that nature. The people who are going to come in late are going to be the people who are going to be struggling to get those leads coming through the door, whether that's a year, 2 years, 3 years from now. So it's best to get in now while it's still early, because it definitely is headed in that direction. And, in business, you gotta be willing to adapt to change. Early in my career, there was a lot of things that I just didn't know. And when I got started and I really started making money, I thought, man, this is great. Man, this is it. I'm going to be able to retire with this contract and I'll be able to pass this down to my kids. And lo and behold, I was in for a rude awakening that nothing lasts forever and that you're going to always be planning ahead. When you're running with these logistics companies, you got to remember, you're only as good to them as they are good to the retailer. If they lose a contract with the retailer, you lose that account also by default. You're dependent on them, but they're dependent on somebody else. So if they're not meeting the standard that they sold to the retailer about them handling the delivery across the board, then that retailer is going to find another solution. And they get rid of the logistics company, or they cut ties with the logistics company, and you're contracted with the logistics company. That means they cut ties with you too. And that's happened to me numerous times. All right. So sign up with these gig-based apps. Now, even if you don't run with them, just sign up, be in the system, be onboarded, so that if something happens, you don't have to scramble and start the process on board. You're already logged in. You're already on board. Only thing you got to do is turn on the app and go. www.boxtruckcourses.com for your mentorship with me, Mark the Mentor. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the upcoming videos. And I'm out.
Go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talk about, oh shit.